That's one of my favorite techniques in wrestling. It's one of the most elegant throws there is, the shoulder throw. Very versatile, very beginner friendly, and even at a high level, one of the best throws there is. Even much better, of course, if you wear a gi, doing Seoi Nage, but also without gi, fabulous throw. Let's go through it and let's test 2 variations today. Let's do it. Shoulder throw. Basic throw. Anybody should know it. It's from an underhook, and you just come in, make him fall. Either you keep standing or you come to the floor with him and take control. You should definitely know both variations depending on your goals. If my goal is, it's quite obvious, right? If my goal is to take the fight to the floor, I might follow and take control. But my goal could also be to throw him to the floor and remain standing. Maybe I have a different rule set, maybe I want to keep standing to punch, maybe I just want to throw him on the pavement and keep running. So both variations are legit and important. Usually it's done from an underhook, so he's got an underhook, and I clasp where his triceps and his delt meet, right? That's his delt, that's his tricep. So here I'm gonna cup the insert of his tricep. Got head control, and now I'm just stepping in, right? Hooking under, and we're gonna talk about that detail later. Now I'm gonna drop my hip by bending my knees a bit, stepping back, leaning forward, straightening the legs, and down he goes. If I do it correctly, there's almost no strength involved. Now if we do it no gi, right? I have no gi jacket to grip. The technique needs to be impeccable because it's very easy to lose the arm, right? The arm is squishy and slippery and all kind of things. So let's watch this very important detail. I'm coming in like this. So come closer. So there's his shoulder joint, right? And I need to pull a bit and bring my shoulder into his shoulder joint and his arm very tight across my body. So when I now pull, he feels a bit of pull on his shoulder that separates his humerus from his shoulder joint. Do you feel the pull? If I'm just a couple centimeters or inches off, he doesn't feel it, right? Yeah, you feel how you want to resist. So if I'm on his humerus instead, like here, right, where the delt meets the biceps, and his shoulder joint is behind me, it's very difficult for me to throw him. I move and he doesn't, right? So I need to be tight in his shoulder. My shoulder is pushing into his shoulder joint. I'm like, hop, holding tight, lifting, and now there's almost no way for him to resist. Yes. And now all I do is bend, bring my hip outside, he's loaded, straightening the leg, down he goes. So the detail of the stepping in of the uchikomi, there's 1,000 ways to do it, but I think that the most basic one, ideal one should be he's standing, maybe he's squared up, doesn't matter too much. Right arm, my right foot turns 90 degrees, my toes pointing towards his toes, and at the same time my arm enters. Shoulder joint, arm tight. Now my secondary foot pulls towards the heel of my first foot, like so. So my feet are very close. Now I drop the hip and open my feet. Now the distance between my 2 feet is almost exactly the length of my foot, and my feet are exactly at hip distance. Now I rotate my hip to the outer leg, so I throw over his right side, right? And if I pull now, there's a risk that his right foot keeps standing. So instead I push my crack onto his leg, and now there's no way for his leg to keep standing. Okay? That's really important. I know a lot of people have great success with stepping over the leg, and I think that should be a secondary option. because it's much easier to block. Because the problem is, like, I want to, you see that triangle, foot, hip, or his groin, that's a triangle, right? The triangle of his base towards his center of gravity. And I want to bring, as anybody knows, my center of gravity under his center of gravity. So this inside part here wants to be loaded on my back, here on my hip. Here I am incredibly strong. Anybody is. If you can stand on one leg, that means on two legs you can easily carry 2 times your body weight. But if I'm stepping over the leg, now his leg is under my center of gravity. And if he just as much as bends his knee a bit, bend your knee a bit forward, now I'm sitting on his leg and I basically can't throw him anymore. I would need to switch to osotogari or any other thing. But if I'm stepping between his legs, right? Now even if he pushes his knee forward or anything, my hip can still lift him off and make him fall. So that to me is really important to have that clean uchikomi. And now it's all legs, right?
Can you show again the footwork?
Okay, footwork. I'm here, pop. Right foot in, 90 degrees. Okay? Left foot pull. And I'm stepping behind myself. So I'm already holding onto his shoulder because I already am falling forward. Twist, lean, straighten. Okay? Now if I want to go down with him, it's even easier. Okay, there's a beginner friendly version. I'm stepping in, and now all I'm doing is drop on my right knee and I'm down. It's almost easier than the first one, right? I'm not lifting him at all. The goal of a throw should not be to lift him up and make him drop. I want to make him fall. So I'm creating an obstacle in front of him and I'm coming down and down, then he's falling, right? With a bit more proficiency, I'll not relax as much, but push forward, like so. So I'm coming in, and I'm pushing forward. Looking fabulous if you do it fast, and it's so easy. So the movement is just coming in, drop, and roll. So it's the same, just that movement. Come in, whap. And that's how you practice it, right? Because I'm stepping in and I already got pulled towards forward. I'm already leaning, coming, and I'm pushing forward on my shoulder. Like so. Hop. Boom. It looks so flashy and hard, but it's not a hard fall at all. He's just rolling, right? Not gonna lie. So let's see this one again. I'm trying to stop at the moment before I extend the leg. Hop, we're leaning forward, and off we go. Down we are, take control. So that's the variation where you come down, boom, push, take down, take a side mount, side control position, and the standing where we're just moving around. And the more he pushes against me, the easier it is to just pull him over. That's a shoulder throw. So that's the shoulder throw. It's a basic throw, and do not ever mistake basic for only for beginners. Basics are the fundamental. They are the fundamentals of whatever you do. The double leg takedown, probably the first one you will ever learn, is the most important throw of all of them. And the most likely to win you takedown at high level wrestling competition. And the shoulder throw is very much the same. One of the first throws you learn, and you have to learn to love it, and you have to learn to do it with a high proficiency. Maybe you have to develop a couple variations for yourself, a couple setups for yourself. We will do some setups and combinations in another video. If you got any questions about it, any feedback, feel free to comment, feel free to DM me, whatever. I'm gonna gladly answer any question. Hope you have fun with that one, and see you next time.